Okay, so a lot of eyes are on SMCI. I'm going to do a quick analysis on it as I love trading bigger cap stock with my system. I'll be honest, it's one of the highest value. If you trade a bigger cap stock, they revert to the mean, and that's my strategy is revert to the mean, and they do it much more consistently. Now for SMCI, knowing that they have earnings on 1105, I just wouldn't trade it. And that's fine because right now we don't even have the TD or the time distance, I like to call it, from the EMA 5. Right now we're 3 daily candles away from the EMA 5. I wouldn't trade this at least 5 daily candles. Well, how conveniently on the 5th daily candle is earnings. So I just want to see what is the earnings, right? And then honestly, I know they're having some really terrible news, right? You can read a lot of these articles that are happening right now. Investors continue to bail after its auditor quit. That's really bad. You're like, why the heck is the auditor leaving and all that stuff? So yeah, you can read all this as you got this auditor resignation, and it's a really dicey stock. I would like to see what the earnings does, but it's just hard to be like, you're like, wow, this thing was all the way up in $122 right back in March. This thing was skyrocketing. Right here at $26, this thing was going up big around that range. $20 area is this where this thing shot up. So yeah, looking at this stock and showing my system, we only buy it when it's at near this ATR4. Well, we're actually getting, it's really close to touching it. You can see we got very close here, and then we're getting super close. I want to see a clear touch, and then I want to see more time distance away from the EMA 5. When we don't touch the EMA 5, no matter how crappy the stock is, it will revert to that. And look at this range up to the EMA 5. It's a 32% gain. That is massive for a bigger cap stock. Obviously, I don't think it's going to hit right away. I think it's going to hit probably, it's going to take probably 7 daily candles. So let's see what the earnings does. If this has any sort of drop on earnings, I will take a risk on this thing. If it goes up big on earnings, then it will revert to the mean, to the EMA 5, and then it'll probably drop from there. So this is how I want to trade it. A lot of people probably got this thing way up in here, but if you look at the system here, right? We haven't had a clear ATR4 touch. When it gets close to this green band, look at the move up we have, right? And so this will avoid some of those trashy, stuff that happens. Because one, if bad news happens, we won't be stuck into it. Where does bad news happen? Right on the EMA 20. I've seen it time and time again. Look at this. They had this nice move up here, and everyone's confident in it. And then right here on the EMA 20, we changed the trend from uptrend to all the way downtrend here. Because when you're above the EMA 20, you're in uptrending, and then we go right down and have this big, massive move. If you look on the weekly, we're not touching this ATR4. A lot of the times when you see, like on the flip side, when you have this clear touch up here, it will revert to the EMA 5. So do keep that in mind. We are... it's really hard to trade the weekly unless if it's touching this lower band. That's what I would like to see about it. But on all time frames, you are going to revert to the means. As you can see, we go to the 5, 10, and 20, even on a weekly. It just takes longer. I like to use the daily for more of a precise. And yeah, let's just see what this does. Earnings is going to be big on this thing. I would like to see what it does for the earnings. See what happens. If it does go down, I think we can get a dead cat bounce. It's got a lot of volume for sure. I mean, look at this, 102 million volume on this stock. I know a lot of people are stuck holding the bag on this. Well, and it's just part of trading, right? Now, do you just keep holding on to this thing where you just, you got to understand, if you had this thing way up here in the $50 range and then $80 range, $100, you just got to take the loss. I don't see it hitting that anytime soon. My short-term target is at literally, as of now, $34. I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm just saying this can get a dead cat bounce to this EMA 5, and right now that's a 32% gain. I like to take 10% gain, 10 to 20% gains, bounce, I'm in and I'm out, and then that's massive returns. If you're making 10% gains all the time, that adds up quick. So yeah, this is my analysis on SMCI. If you guys don't have a proper system that looks for these over extreme things, I can give you a system that works. It really will get you out of these trades where you're like, why would you buy it right in here? You see how it's just right on the EMA 20? No, buy it when it's at the extreme areas. You want to buy a stock low and you want to sell it high. That's the name of the game, right? So with this system is we can find areas of where, it's kind of low. And not even after hitting this ATR4, you see how you had these candles not touching this EMA 5 right in here on this little dip here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guess what happens? The 7th daily candle hits that EMA 5. So from this low to this high is a 17% gain. And then guess what? It goes up even higher. But look at this, guys. Can't you tell me this is not algo driven? We hit the 20 and then we go down. To a T, we hit the 20 and we go down. And guess what happens? We go away from the EMA 5 and then we come back to the EMA 5. We hit the 20 and then we go down. It happens all the time. And the more times I see this, it's insane. It's like, I know my brain now. I know where to buy, right? It's, you know, I have to have time distance away from the EMA 5. I want to at least wait for 5 daily candles. Are we close to this lower green band? And then I want to properly accumulate. And if you watch my swing trading education videos, you watch this video on how to properly accumulate these reversals. You're never going to time the exact bottom, ever. You're never going to time the exact bottom, ever. Because a lot of the times people are like, I want to get the most precise. We know close to where the bottom is with this system. We know where price has to go back to. We know the extreme territories or when it touches this green band. And then, yes, use some analysis of like, oh, we have earnings. Probably should not be holding through earnings because that's a gamble, you know? So this one's on my alert. I'll alert this in my Discord if I try to get it. I make a video so I can remember this one. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord, definitely join. Click the link down below in the YouTube comments below or in the description. It'll say join the premium Discord. And I'm not going to charge an outrageous fee. I like some people charge hundreds of dollars and just to access and learn. Here's the thing. You have to literally spend time to understand it. And what's different about this Discord is to teach you guys how to trade. I don't want to be one of those alert systems where, you know, people follow a trader and have no idea why they're taking a trade. You got to understand how to take why you want to take the trade, your risk management, how to accumulate and all that. And that's what I cover all in this Discord here. So if you click day trade alerts, you'll get access to all the things. Swing trade alerts, day trade alerts, and the education, and then also my live stream that I go live for you guys that you can see real-time trading, emotions and everything, the good, the bad, and obviously, you know, trading, in my opinion, there's so much more good than bad. You know, I've been through it all. You know, I've been through the lowest of my life trading. But after a while, I understand, you know, there's some things that I did do right? You know, you get down and you fall multiple times, so you finally understand what works for you in your personality. If you're watching this video, you're obviously like to catch bottom reversals. And this is how I catch bottom reversals because because those are your biggest moves. You know, when a price is just so expanded out, they come back to that reversion to the mean, and we can see, well, what is our gain to these reversion to the means? 32%, EMA 10 is 51, and EMA 20 is a 65. It's not going to touch the 10 and 20 anytime soon, to keep that in mind. You know, price works in stages. It touches the 5, it'll touch it again, it'll reject, touch it, reject, touch, reject, and then eventually go up to the 10, and the same cycle continues. This market is driven by algos. The more you realize that, the better the trader you'll be, I promise. So yeah, definitely join, hit day trade alerts, or you can see in the server shop here, the 2 memberships. I recommend the Day and Swing Trading Plus. It's $12 a month. It's not going to break your account. You're going to be with a community of traders, and it's really awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, give us a like, subscribe, comment. I'm definitely, this one's on high alert for a bigger cap stock, so we'll wait for this one, guys. Peace out.